This video is sponsored by Storyblocks. Here is the Zeiss ZX1, announced in 2018 and released in late 2020. This is the most unique camera that I've ever used, but it cost a whopping $6,000. Now, why so much, you may ask? Well, let's see. It has a 37 megapixel full frame sensor, a fixed 35mm f2 Zeiss lens, a beautiful black and gold, sleek, minimal design. From the unboxing to the first time starting it up, Zeiss is giving you a premium Apple-like experience with beautiful and sleek animations. Zeiss wants you to shoot, edit, share, and that's why they put Adobe Lightroom into this thing. Hey, you could even check your Instagram on this bad boy. Is it all hype? Or is this the future of cameras? Okay, before we continue, this video is sponsored by Storyblocks. Storyblocks is my go-to spot for when I need a B-roll clip, an After Effects template, motion background, even sound effects, music, you name it, they got it. Storyblocks offers some really high quality 4K stock footage that's actually affordable. I drive to downtown Chicago at least once a week, and I love that I can always find some good Chicago B-roll on Storyblocks that fits the vibe of my video, and that's super important. The best part of the unlimited all access subscription plan is that you get unlimited downloads of everything that's here for one low monthly price. If you're interested in trying this for yourself, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description box. First of all, I need to applaud Zeiss for doing something different, thinking outside of the box here. Adobe Lightroom being integrated into this camera is something that we could very well see in future cameras. But if this camera could fold my laundry, I still wouldn't pay $6,000 for it. Are you kidding me? If you can afford this camera right now, hey, you are doing very well in life, because I just can't do it. First, things that I love about the Zeiss ZX1. It is a full frame camera. I love full frame. It has a 35mm f2 lens, which is my favorite focal length for environmental portraits. It has a leaf shutter, which makes it super stealthy when you're shooting on the street. The design, it looks like it's from the future. It's beautiful, it's minimal. I love the black and the gold. It is a thing of beauty. It has great image quality, not amazing. Not amazing. I expected a little bit better from a lens that's fused to the body. Usually you get like the greatest image quality, but it's not great. It's really good though. It can shoot video, so it shoots 4K 30, but it has a physical shutter speed and ISO dial. The EVF is really nice and big, and it gives you 100% coverage. The minimalistic approach to this camera, it's a double-edged sword. It looks beautiful, but there are not many custom buttons or anything that you can do. I'll explain to you guys later what it does. It's actually pretty, it makes no sense. I like that when you get lost in the menus, you can just half press the shutter and it'll go right back to being able to take a picture, which is great because it obviously is prioritizing photography and capturing the moment. The wireless connectivity of this camera will let you upload to cloud storage wirelessly, and it will also sync automatically to your Lightroom CC on your computer. Now, the things that I don't like, the price is absolutely offensive. Offensive. 6,000? Nope. No, I don't know what you were thinking. The autofocus system is mediocre at best. So a lot of the shots, I missed a lot of the shots in this, and I know how to use a focus system. I missed a lot of them. I had the box over her face. It just kept focusing on the shoulder, or I missed focus. It can shoot single and continuous mode with single point and touch to focus, but no modern AF features like face and IAF. Speaking of not being really 2020, you get no IBIS, You get no weather sealing. Hi, water, come in me. Like, that's not good. It has a max shutter speed of 1/2000 of a second. And if you want to use flash, it can go up to 1/1000. It has a built-in 512 gigabyte SSD that you can't take out. This camera runs on Android, and I'm personally not a fan of Android, but I can tell you that I've had 0 bugs with the software on this camera. No bugs. I mean, everything just runs really nice and smooth. The only thing negative about the Android software is that when you start getting into the apps and editing, the camera actually gets pretty warm to the touch. Great for people in Chicago like me. It'll keep you nice and warm, a nice hand warmer, but it's not good when you're trying to edit. I'll get to editing later. The thing about the design, right? Beautiful, minimal, very Apple-ish, right? But you get one custom button, which is right here, and you can't do much with this button. This button, you could map it to 3 things that I normally wouldn't even use anyway. I think they missed a big opportunity here. If this button could take you straight to Lightroom, right? Take you straight to Lightroom. I think that would make more sense, because you have to do a couple swipes and a couple here and there to get to Lightroom. If you could just press one button Lightroom, that would have made sense. All right, so now let's get to the main event. What is it like editing on the ZX1? Well, you get Adobe Lightroom Mobile. I uploaded my Lightroom presets into it, which was nice, but my problem with this whole concept of shoot, edit, share is I don't want to edit my high quality images on a screen, a small screen on the back of my camera. It kind of defeats the purpose of paying so much money for a camera with great image quality, right? I mean, the screen is big enough to edit on. I mean, it's like a small phone, but it's just not comfortable to hold a camera and editing on this screen, especially when the camera starts to get hot and warm on you. You know, it's not a comfortable process. The camera is meant to make the process of shooting, editing, and sharing seamless. I mean, that's what everybody's doing now, right, with their cell phones. But with the price tag of $6,000, I mean, I don't think many people are going to be investing in something like this when they have their phone, right? And the process of shooting, honestly, I'd rather shoot on my Fuji X100V than the $6,000 Zeiss. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just the honest truth. I have more fun with my Fuji. This is a 35mm equivalent, about an f2.8 in terms of like to full frame. I have more fun shooting with the Fuji. I get most of my shots in focus with the Fuji, unlike with the Zeiss. And you know, you save a whole hell lot of money. When the camera costs more than a Leica, I think it's not a good look. It's not a good look. But overall, again, I applaud Zeiss for doing something different. This is an absolute thing of beauty. This is something, it's a one of a kind. And it's definitely a generation 1 product. I can see that with some refinements and with a price drop, this can be very attractive to certain people. All right, those are my first impressions of the Zeiss ZX1. This camera had a lot of hype around it, and I think in 2018 it would have made a bigger splash, but I think now in 2020, with just camera phones have taken obviously a huge leap, and where we're at right now in life, you know, with everything going on, paying $6,000 for a camera just doesn't make much sense. So what do you think of the B-roll in the beginning? Look at that new setup back there. I have a new setup. I'm gonna show you guys in a video, a new office tour. That setup back there, it's super budget, but it works. It works. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.